Alrighty guys, I'm Casey and welcome to a brand new episode of Minecraft Survival. In the last episode we toured our desert themed village that we have been building up over the past couple of episodes. Actually, last couple of episodes being the last 25 episodes. In this episode guys, I want to start something new, something fresh, and this isn't going to be a large scale project like the desert themed village, and we are not done in the desert themed village. We are going to go back there. But I started this series in September the 13th, I believe it was. And since then, I've been building in the same style, using the same kind of architectural stuff. And I'm not burnt out from it. I'm actually very inspired to keep going. But I also would like to... I don't know, I'm inspired, but I'm also slightly bored of it. So I'm kind of wanting to just find something else just to pique my interest briefly before we turn back there, because I feel like I'm just repeating myself in that content. So I've come over here. We're only a couple of hundred blocks away from exactly where we wanted it to be, and in this episode I kind of want to figure out the style of which we'll be going for and sort of take you through kind of my process when it comes to deciding on kind of what I want. So we're going to start this settlement off here with a very small house, and we're going to try a couple of interesting things with this house, and I think I'm going to put this house like right here. So what's this? Is it? Whoa, that's a ravine. Okay, maybe the house here is not an idea. That's not the desert we're building in, by the way. That's a completely different desert. Trying to think about like where I would like to put this house. Maybe just here would be okay. I'm going to tear this back just a little bit. Okay, that'll do. So the blocks that I'm debating using here are, I want to use some different blocks than what we've been using. So I got a bit of an idea for a block palette, and we're going to try this and we're going to see exactly what we like best, okay? So, the first idea that I have is I would like to use the oak log, like so, okay? And then behind the oak log, I'm thinking birch. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That is just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now it's more what I'm looking for. So this is kind of what I was thinking as my idea. This was one idea, okay? But the other idea was... Oh, we're going to have to tear some of this out. So we all know that incoming is a death. I'm going to fall down here. We just know it's going to happen at some point. So this was kind of like my original idea, was to use these two kind of blocks, incorporating some additional blocks. So let me actually just go and pick up my crafting table, since it's right close by. Yes, I actually made another crafting table. I didn't bring one with me, but it's okay. So I think I actually want to... We'll use dirt as scaffolding, just because we can. So let's pop this here, and I think I want to take the birch wood up just one more along with the oak wood, like so. Okay, and then what I want to do is I want to add a cobblestone border. Okay, and then this is where I want to start shaping the roof out, okay? And the roof is something that I haven't quite decided on what I wanted yet. Although now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm thinking about this roof. Now I'm thinking about it. I did bring some cobble with me. Let's actually make some more than that, because I think I'm going to need some more stairs than that. Let's grab dirt. And let's put a... stair here. Okay, and an upside down stair with 2 blocks. Or is that going to be very steep? That's going to be very steep. I do want a relatively steep incline, but not too steep. Like, I don't want huge roofs. So, and then we'd go that there, and then we'd probably just do that. So that gives us that kind of shape. Which I don't particularly hate. But hey, putting together ideas here. We can get rid of you for now. And then I was thinking we could put the bone block behind it. Now, the only problem this leaves us is we can't cover up... Actually, yes, we can cover up the bone block. Let's get rid of you. And I gotta remember, because I always forget this with the bone block, that it can indeed go so. That's one idea. But I don't particularly like this scenario here. So the other idea was to switch these around and see exactly how this works with the bone block behind here. Now the problem with this is it does take a little bit to get a hold of this bone block, because I don't have like what you'd call a mob farm. I do have a skeleton farm, so it's not entirely difficult, but it's not fully automatic. We will probably have to, if we do go with the bone block here, that's something that we can remedy in an upcoming episode. So let's just do that and see what we think to that. Okay, so I am a fan of this. Nope, don't do that. Do that. And then we'd use... So I do kind of like that a lot better. But again, this is like such a harsh transition. But I wouldn't use windows here. I wouldn't use windows. That's not my crafting bench. I would use fences. So let's just make ourselves... Is this a fence or is this a fence gate? I always forget. This is a fence. Good. I would use oak fences like so. Maybe that would be better with stripped oak and not birch. Should we try stripped oak? I think we should try stripped oak. So let's grab ourselves some oak. And pop that down there. And just try ourselves stripped oak. I definitely like the stripped oak better. I definitely do like this style. But I think we need to change some stuff about this. I think what we need to do, let me just bring the mic a little bit closer to my mouth. I just realized it's like a mile away. Oh man. Let's sleep. Come on, it's night time. The stars are almost out. Just let me sleep, game. Thank you. Thank you very much, game. Casey appreciates that. Appreciates the sleepage. So the thing what I don't like about this is the pointy roof, because to be fair, this isn't all that big. But we've got this like mass pointy roof on here. So let's just pillow up using the bone block. And let's like sort of revamp this roof a little bit. Instead of going like all the way up, what about if we, when we got to this height here, okay, we only pillow up once, okay? And we do that. That sort of brings it down just a tad bit. Yeah, I think that looks actually a lot better. I like that better anyway. Apart from obviously this here. So, I think the time is come now that we actually build this house out a little bit more. So, let's go back 3, put this here, and then just put a 1 there. Oops. So, bring this back to here. We'll put a pillar here, and then we'll bring this 1, 2, 3 again here. Oh, hello. Right. This house would have absolutely no interior. That's not something that I want. Like, I know I'm not a big fan of interiors, but I definitely do want a house with an interior. And I do want to build a house in this episode. So, welcome back. I apologize for that. That was my phone again. But unfortunately, I do have to answer it. I wish I could take time out of my day just to play Minecraft, but I do have other things I need to. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to work on a little bit of a house that is going to look a little bit like this, I'm thinking. No, that's not what I'm looking for. So, I mean, I'm really confused in my head with this for some reason. My head's going like... We like you, KC, but today we just don't want to work. Okay, so we're going to do this. I am going to tear this down once we've got this house together. This was just like a prototype. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do this. Let's do 5 here, okay? And then let's take this back. 1, 2, 3, 4. So is that 5? That's... I know I counted 4, but yeah, I thought that was 5. So this actually gives us a 3 interior, because we need a house to live in, okay? So let's actually build a house with the idea of living in this house. So, let's do that, and then let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got an L-shaped house, I think, is what I want. And then, let's bring this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I want to do that? Maybe this one just comes out 3. Because I am going to be, like, dangerously close to this. I've always wanted to build a ravine village. But at the same time, I'm not exactly certain of where to start or what to do for it. Now, I'm trying not to make this house symmetrical as much as possible. But that doesn't always work out accordingly to plan. So, let's pop this here. And bring these all the way across here. So if we bring this round like this to fit in. Now we've got the interior. And we need to pop this one here. Okay. Get rid of you. Just to get out of my way. Cool. And these go up 4, don't they? So 2, 3, 4. Question is, do I have enough bone blocks for this? Because this is an awful lot of bone blocks. 2, 3, 4. Now there is a question that I didn't think about. So I think in the next episode we might revamp our skeleton farm to kill automagically. I mean, to be honest, it will kill automagically anyway when entity cramming crap gets in there, so it's not like it's too much of the end of the world. Okay, so now we've got this. I actually want to frame out the roof because this is going to be kind of the hard bit for me, because I actually want the roof to come along here and then sort of, so the roof does start at this angle here, so it's going to come across here like so. Yeah, okay, are you with me so far? But then when it gets to here, I actually want it to turn like so. Yeah. Which means we would put this one like this. And then I'm holding shift here. Got a lot of practice from Sky Factory over the years of holding shift. There. So that feels like we need one more here. So this feels kind of right, is what I'm going for. So let's just do that. Do that. Okay. I'm going to need some more. How much cobble did I actually bring with me? I don't think I brought all that much with me, if I'm honest. Okay, so more than I thought I brought with me. So we could just pop all of this stuff away. And another reason that I'm doing this is I just want something new, something different, something we haven't done before. I mean, there's probably a design similar to this on YouTube. You know, it's so hard to come up with something original in vanilla Minecraft anymore, but hopefully all that's going to change. But one of the driving reasons for this, actually, and I built this entire settlement. I'm not building this entire settlement for this one reason, but it was one of the contributing factors. 1.14 is going to add the campfire block, okay? Now, this block, I'm looking very much forward to, just because I've always wanted to build like a little 10 on a road. So we've got this settlement. Our other one is over there by about 100, 150 blocks. And we're going to build this long like road that goes from here to there. And we're going to put stuff along it. You know, like a little camp and stuff like that. And I think it's going to look really cool when it's all finished. But it just gives me something to play around with 1.14 blocks. Because I am looking forward to the update. Although I have kept away from it for the most part. I've seen what I've seen in thumbnails, pretty much. And I've watched a video or two that that Exuma did on... Oh, I forgot my drink. On the scaffolding block. Because I was actually kind of intrigued how that worked. And when the fletching table and stuff was first introduced, I did watch Exuma's video on that. But they had no function back then. So I have no idea if new functions have been added, but... You know, I mean, we'll see over the coming weeks, and you know, I mean, eventually we'll get there. Eventually. So let's do this. Now let's get. Where's our cobble? So this is where it goes up one. We're only going up one on the first one, I think. So. That does mean I need to pillar up here. This is why I didn't fill in the walls, because experience has taught me that I end up pillaring up and down so much. So... yeah, we need to sleep. We need to sleep. Oh man, and roofs are my worst nightmare. I hate doing them. And it's not that I hate doing them because I don't like them or I massively dislike them. I don't. I find them very intriguing and fun to do. I'm just no good at them. Okay, so we're at this point. Let's get this peak on. So we're going up and we're going to cross like so. Up. I need slabs. I don't actually have slabs. Let's just... That should do for slabs, right? Yeah, that should do. Let's pillar back up. Wrong... Oh, I can't actually get up there. That's alright. We'll just mind that. We don't need that block. Well, we do, but... Hey. It doesn't matter. There's no slabs. There they are. So we're going to do 3. Like so. Okay, I think we've got that down now, so let's go with you, and let's go with you. Turn this upside down. Can I reach that? This is one more stair, and then it should be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, cool. So far, everything is going accordingly to plan. Of course. I mean, out of all the things that could spawn, why would it not be a skeleton? Skeleton, you make my life difficult, mate. So let's grab ourselves. And we'll get rid of that. I do actually need to eat and all. Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's that one done. So we've got pretty much the roof like in place. And I'm very much taking a Wells Knight approach. He actually said something recently. Oh, well, he didn't say it, but I've watched him do it. He outlines his roof at the very beginning of a build, and one, two, three. I feel like that's off a little bit. Did I just do... Yeah, it is off a little bit, but that's fine. Actually, that's a little bit lower, and I think I kind of like that. It's just half a block lower. I think I should have got up a little bit sooner. I should have gone up here. Actually, I think I did on... No. No, that might be right. Okay. So let's put these bone blocks in place. And then we've got like a little bit of a foundation for this house. So here's praying and hoping that I actually have the required bone blocks. Oh, and I just actually want to apologize. There's been no Sims over the past couple of days. And I've just had a little bit of a more busier weekend than I anticipated. You see, I was trying to get ahead of day. If you watched a couple of my videos, you probably heard me say that I've got a busy Saturday. And, you know, Saturday I was planning to help my wife move into her own flat because we separated recently. And, you know, I was driving the other day, okay? I was driving. I went out for an evening drive with my mother. And we were just driving around. And coming back, we was coming past the gym. My mum lives on the same road as the gym. Well, she lives around the corner from the gym, I should say. But I have to go past the gym to get to her, and realistically coming from the direction I was coming from. So anyway, I could have sworn I hadn't taken this all the way up. Yes, I know I hadn't. So anyways, I was coming past the corner to turn. I put on my brakes, and for a brief moment I slowed down, but then nothing. Absolutely nothing. I just carry on at normal speed. Now thankfully there were no cars in front of me, otherwise I would have gone straight into them. And so I realized very quickly that I had no brakes. I had zilch in the way of brakes. How was we doing this slabbage? We was doing it on the upper half of the fourth one. So that'd be here. Yeah, so I had absolutely no brakes in the slightest. And it was... Huh! Huh! Oh my god, talk about terrifying. At least we know we can... I don't even have feather falling. Wow, I don't have feather falling, and I survived that. I was aiming for the puddle, but I thought I was going to clip it, but turns out I wasn't. So yeah, it was terrifying. And the most terrifying bit about that story was... Actually, you know, I started one story and then I went on to a slightly different one. Why can I not place? Thank you. So yeah, so as I'm driving home, I'm driving home with absolutely no brakes. And I'm driving at like 10 miles an hour, maybe even 5. I was pretty much driving as slow as my car would go in second gear, because you don't drive in first gear, it will just chew up your engine. Driving in first gear for too long. Try it if you can get into second. So I'm letting the car sort of like travel itself in second gear. I'm not really helping it along all that much. I'm driving with my hazard lights on, and I'm making sure that if there is a car in front of me, I am about 9 or 10 car lengths away from it. And I'm letting cars overtake me, and you know, I mean, I was lucky. My brakes went in my village, where I live. And it's all a rural village. It's all 30 miles an hour road. It's not very busy. But they went on a main road. They went on like the main road, and there's double yellow lines everywhere. There's nowhere to park. I couldn't do anything. My only option was to literally get off that road. But anyway, so it actually said on my dash in my car, what the problem was. It actually told me that, hey, you know what, you idiot, you haven't checked your brake fluid in like a couple of months. you need to top me up. I'm dehydrated. I need brake fluid. So me being me thought, right, it's telling me I need brake fluid. That must mean that I need brake fluid. So my mom had actually been having me out and about driving her these past few days, and she was like, you know what, I'll get you the brake fluid. I got to go to the garage some point soon anyway. I'll just pick it up for you when I'm there. Right? Because like I don't go anywhere really. I have nowhere really to go, so she's like, yeah, I'll pick you up, bring you down over the weekend, unless you need it soon. I'm like, no, weekend will do, that's fine. I've got nowhere to go. And so she brings it me Saturday, and well, she's pouring it in. I'm pumping my brakes and get the air out of them and stuff like that, like it tells you to do on the bottle. And my mom says to me, she says, hang on a minute, this is, every time you pump your brakes, the brake fluid is going down. And there shouldn't be this much, shouldn't take this much. We've gone through like half the bottle. You shouldn't need to go through half the bottle to get it back into your system. So she's like, you come and have a look, and then I'll do your brakes. So she gets to do my brakes, and, you know, and I'm looking, and then I catch this liquid coming out under the car. And I'm like, hang on a minute, Mom. So I open my car, and I show her where to look, and then I press the brakes, and lo and behold, the brake fluid is going in my car, and then coming immediately out of my car. Immediately. And yeah, so I call my breakdown recovery, RAC, and they come out and they confirm what I thought, that there was a brake problem. The brake hose had had split, which basically means that car, it's not drivable. I can't drive it. There's going to be no brakes, and it needs to go into a mechanic. Now, unfortunately, my breakdown cover doesn't cover parts. Like, it comes through my insurance company, and they don't cover parts. So I have to actually pay for the parts and the labor, but they will come out, and if they can fix it at the roadside, they will fix it at the roadside. But he couldn't fix it at the roadside, and I have breakdown cover that covers me at home as well. So, and if they can't fix it at the roadside, they will tow it. Now, I pay like £30-something a year on top of my insurance premium. Like, I pay my insurance, what my insurance costs a year, and then I pay like an additional like £34, I think it is. And that £34 covers me if I'm in an accident. It will cover any legal cost. If like the person I'm in an accident with decides to sue me for whiplash or something, they'll cover the legal costs. And it also covers me if I break down anywhere. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Considering breakdown covers like £200 a month otherwise. £200 a year, rather. So the guy comes out and he confirms it. And, you know, one thing I've noticed, I've had them out 3 times, I think it is, to my car now. No, twice. The third time I actually managed to fix the problem before they got there, and I called them off. But yeah, and it's always been like an elderly person. And they've always been like super friendly. It's super nice. Like, I've been to a few different shops in my day to have my car fixed, and I never really liked the service that I got from many of them. The mechanics seem to be, for the most part where I live, just rude and nasty, and not nice. Not nice in the slightest, you know. I mean, one mechanic tried to convince me that my car needed like £400 or £500 worth of work on it, and I knew it didn't, because I just had the parts he was telling me that needed replacing. I just had them replaced because it had just failed its MOT on those parts, so I knew those parts were brand new. But you know, this guy just comes out and he's super friendly, he's super nice and super chill, and You know, he tows my car for me. He's like, just leave it here, I'll do everything. I'll take it to the garage. It's got a secure lock up. He told me roughly like how much it will cost to fix and whatnot. And it's not an expensive repair. It's actually a relatively cheap repair. So hopefully that'll be like finished sooner rather than later. But yeah, so that was my Saturday. My Saturday was planned originally to take my wife. Do I want to do that? I don't think I do. Was to move my wife in, but it ended up not happening. I ended up spending most of the day sort of sorting out my car. And that's the wrong block. And it's like, you know, I got up and I was like, you know what? I'm going to be moving my wife in, and then this will take me all morning. But I've got the evening to myself. And me and my wife was planning to spend that morning together. Like, as you know, I've talked about my separation very briefly on this channel, but basically, we wanted to spend a little bit more time together, and we were going to do that morning. There was going to be some time we spent together. But because I had to deal with my car, and my wife then took the stuff up herself, carried it through the streets, at least some of it anyway. We have like a little trolley that we go shopping with, and she just took that up with some stuff in. And I had to wait here for the mechanic. We ended up not spending the morning together, and so I ended up recording what I could in the morning while I was waiting for him. He actually told me, like, I rang up at like 12 o'clock, and my insurance like, yeah, he'll be out between 1 and 2. So like, oh, that's relatively quick actually. And then like 10 minutes later I got the call and he was like out. So I only got to record while my wife was moving in, and then when she like came back, we spent some time together. I'm just gonna do that. That's fine. But yeah, I'd rather do like this house. Do need some fences to put some windows in. But it's not that bad. It's not that bad. That's actually, I don't think I brought torches with me. I think that's the one thing that I kind of forgot. So I probably have to go back to the main village and get some torches. But yeah, I actually tweeted out and was like, tweeted out to RAC because they're super friendly and I really like them. I'm sure some people have had like a miserable experience with them. I'm sure some people have had dreadful experiences with them because it's like that with every company. Some people have good experiences, some people have bad experiences. But for me, it was a good experience, and I'm a very firm believer that if a company wrongs me, I will tweet them and I will say that. You know, I'm very public about that. You know, but when a company writes me and a company does really well, I'm more than happy to commend that as well and appreciate that, because, you know, it was a Saturday. No one likes to work on a Saturday unless you really do love your job, and he probably had better things to do on a Saturday. And he could have come, he could have been annoyed that he was out on call on a Saturday and I was the one who'd got him called out, but he wasn't. He was like super friendly and nice and chill, and I just think that's a good thing. I think that's a good quality in a person. It says a lot about the person. But yeah, so I think this is going to do it for this episode, guys. So if you enjoyed the video, please do consider leaving a like. It really helps out the channel and I really do appreciate it. So please do leave that like and click subscribe if you want to see more from me. Guys, I'm Casey. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.